Stealth in Black Flag Resynced isn't really that complicated. It's pretty much similar to the original game, meaning that stealth wasn't really a focus and level design is very similar to most of the RPG Assassin's Creed games. But there are some ways to make the sneaking experience much more enjoyable in Resynced. So here are a few tips and tricks that I've learned while crouching about in the West Indies. Pistols in Assassin's Creed games have always been loud, so instinctually we mainly use them when we get into a combat situation. However, I found out that the pistol in Resynced is actually kind of quiet, in a way that they don't trigger detection instantly. Instead, nearby guards will go in the investigative state first. If you are far enough and they don't even see a dead body, they won't even move from their general position. So in a way, you can shoot and kill isolated enemies and still remain in stealth. Additionally, even shooting a guard near another guard offers a bit of a grace period, allowing you to kill 2 or more guards without even needing to draw your sword. Given the right situation, you can even use the full gun kata combo to kill 4 guards fast and still remain undetected. A last bit of info, there is a gun called Peaceful Means which you can buy from the treasure dealer. It has a perk that makes it quieter. However, I've been using it since I got it, and from my testing and experience, the quietness seems negligible. I don't know if there is a bug or issue regarding the perk or it's just how it really is, but I just thought to mention it. So, from playing around with Edward's pistols, I learned that shooting at a smoke bomb triggers an explosive effect within the smoke. The explosion takes more than half the health bar of most enemies. If you are inside the smoke, the explosion will also hurt Edward. While this can be useful for combat, stealth-wise it is too noisy and will lead to open fights most of the time. Although with the right situation, I do believe you can use this mechanic to take out a group fast. Additionally, I did manage to kill guards with a smoke bomb explosion before from a recent gameplay video that I made. There, the explosion was able to kill regular guards. However, upon attempting to replicate it again for this video, the regular guards always keep surviving the explosion. So I would assume that perhaps the guards in that story mission sequence are perhaps weakened, allowing the explosion to kill them. Next, let's talk about the rope dart. So the rope dart is a pretty useful tool for stealth as it allows you to pull in enemies and assassinate them. However, if you're sneaking around and are leaning against a wall or perched on a branch, the game will not allow you to use the rope dart via the quick tool button. To go around this, you can just simply use free aim, which is right click and then 2 on mouse and key, to make Edward perform the pull action. When you're leaning, Edward will expose himself and do the rope pull. While on a branch, Edward will do a standard pull while crouched. There may be other situations I haven't experienced yet, but you get the idea. If you get that warning that you can't use quick tools, try using free aim. Note that this may also work for moments where you can't use the pistols or even the smoke bomb, so just try it. Also, don't forget that you can use the rope dart to pull guards from ledges and to their death. Speaking of the rope dart, it can be used as a lure and alternative to the whistle. If you free aim the rope dart and shoot it near an enemy, they will try to investigate the source of the sound. You can use this to lure them to an assassination. This is actually a pretty good alternative since the whistle's sound travel in an area around the player, meaning that guards in front, beside, and behind you can hear the whistle. And so if used in the wrong situation, you can end up luring 2 or more enemies into your position at the same time. Using the rope dart trick, you can pick which specific guard you want to lure, fully preventing accidentally getting surrounded. You can also use the rope dart to put out torches, which would make you less visible during the night. But honestly, from my experience so far, the shadow mechanic in Resynced is pretty negligible compared to shadows. Aside from this, I guess I should also mention that the rope dart can be used to silently disable alarm bells. Just aim the rope dart at the inside of the bell and you should be able to break it quietly. But do note that nearby enemies may notice it and start investigating. Still, it's quieter than shooting it with a pistol. Black Flag Resynced has a bunch of assassination animations, most if not all are originating from previous games. However, if you want some variety, consider using the sweep and kick ability to trigger instant takedowns. For instance, you can sneak behind enemies and just use the sweep ability to take them down and pull off a finisher. You can also do this in combination with the rope dart. So when you pull someone, you get the option to press the assassinate button. But for some variety, you can press sweep instead and then do the finisher. In some situations, the kick ability can also be used to throw guards off ledges, or if they are near a wall to proc a wall takedown. Similar to the original game, those dense vegetation / stalking zones inside plantations and in jungles remain overpowered. You can use them to lure enemies and assassinate them while remaining unseen. In normal difficulty, you can even get away with assassinating multiple enemies investigating the same area. This is because Edward's assassination is fast enough that enemy detection doesn't reach the threshold in which they become alerted. So enemies that are looking in their direction may not get alerted. In hard difficulty though, the detection speed is fast enough that a guard looking at you may be alerted. Still, with the right position and tool usage, you can still take advantage of the broken stalking zone mechanics. Animals like boars, crocodiles, jaguars, and other large creatures may take 3 or more shots to kill. With swords, it will take a bunch of slashes as well. While you can air assassinate them, the right positioning may not be available at all times. So the best way to deal with them is to just use the sleep dart. One dart will instantly put any animal to sleep, allowing you to assassinate them and then skin them. This is a good alternative, especially since fighting against animals with your swords just feels weird in Black Flag. It is also a very safe approach since it totally removes any potential for the animal to either kill you or escape. Going out of stealth topics for a bit, I would also just want to provide a side note that the best time to full-on embrace world exploration is after you get the sleep and berserk darts. I think it's a good natural pause to the main story since you unlock assassination missions along with the darts as well. And that's it. Those are some stealth tips that I think should be useful for anyone wanting to play a very sneaky pirate in Black Flag Resynced. I might learn more as I go through the game and I'll be sure to share if I find something interesting. I did hope that stealth would be much better than what we got, especially after Shadows, which had proning, distinct shadow-like mechanics, non-lethal takedowns, and more. But it is what it is.